Craig with Bucars RV Centre. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about some light battery maintenance. With your batteries, as you use them, as they cycle and be charged from being plugged into your shore, then drained down from being dry camping, it's good to periodically pop the covers. On your 12 volts, you'll have a little cap to pop off. And this gives us access to see our fluid levels in the battery. Do be careful, this is battery acid, any liquid around the battery that's coming off. What you want to do is look and see how full the fluid is in the battery. If it is low, you just top it up by simply adding some distilled water. Most batteries will be a bit of a plastic collar dropping down inside that battery bank. I like to bring it up to my levels so they're just a couple of millimeters below that collar. I find if you come up into that collar on a hard charge, they tend to boil over and create a fairly extensive mess in your battery box. So the caps are simple on the 12 volts. Do be careful when popping them down. If you hammer it down, it tends to splat all the fluid out and soak you with battery acid, which you'll discover when your next laundry load is done. 6 volts have what they call a speed nut, and you just simply open them up that way. And again, physical inspection, check the fluid levels, and just top them up. 6-volt batteries do cycle a lot more than the 12, so I would want to be doing this on pretty much every 3 to 4 weeks while I'm using my trailer. Res a battery beginning of the season and towards the end of the season is good enough. Within a couple times in the season, you'll be fine. And if you are not sure with your battery at the beginning of the next season because it's been sitting in the garage over the winter and you're time to hook it up, you can certainly bring your batteries in, drop them off at Bucars here. We'll be glad to charge them on the bench and then do a load test to ensure that they're up and ready for you for this camping season. Another concern with the flooded batteries is make sure you get them out at the end of the winter. I know a lot of customers feel they have a solar package on their unit, therefore their batteries are being cycled. That's true until the snow comes, and unless you're out there at every snowfall sweeping your solar panel to ensure the charge to your batteries, chances are come spring you're going to get to your trailer and you're going to have dead batteries. So at the end of the season, once I get it back to my storage lot, I'll take my batteries out, bring them home with me, and store them either in the garage or downstairs in the basement. When removing the batteries at the end of the season, it's good to give it a good visual to inspect the battery for any signs of defectiveness, or if you're too late getting your battery out of your unit, they will start to swell from freezing, in which case your plates are now compromised. They're touching one another and short out the battery. Worst case, you'd end up with a split going down the side seams of the batteries, in which case you've lost your fluid and the battery's pretty much toast and needs to be replaced. Throughout the course of the season, we're going to find our batteries, through venting off when charging, tend to look pretty ugly. You will get corrosion buildup on the terminals. Simply just remove your terminals. They'll be all crusted. Fine grit sandpaper or emery cloth does a nice job to clean off the terminals of the residue to get them nice and shiny so we have a good contact. And then simply taking a wire brush and again knocking the corrosion off of the posts. If you wish, I like to, when it comes time to store my batteries at the end of the season, I'll pull them out, use a battery cleaner, and simply spray down my battery. And that will react to all the acid that's still on top of the battery, and you'll see it's turning from pink to blue. That is the battery acid. It will neutralize the product. It also helps clean it. We let it sit for several minutes, and then we just rinse it off with a hose, and then store my batteries in the garage or basement for the winter.